It seems like AI is everywhere you turn these days.
Yeah.
From those self-driving cars
Yeah.
to like the algorithm that's suggesting your next favorite song,
Yeah.
It's really hard to escape the AI buzz.
Absolutely. And I think with so much information kind of swirling around out there,
Right.
it's really easy to get lost in the sea of all these advancements and debates,
Exactly. And that's exactly why we're here,
Uh-huh.
to kind of help you navigate this whole world.
Yeah,
This exciting and sometimes overwhelming world of AI.
for sure.
So think of this deep dive as a journey
Okay.
through some of the key discussions that are really shaping where AI is going.
Okay.
So everything from, ethical questions
Yeah.
to the potential impact on jobs,
Mm-hmm.
safety, and even our journey towards,
Right.
becoming a type 1 civilization.
I like it.
Big questions, right?
Yeah, we're going to break down some complex concepts,
Yes.
explore different viewpoints,
Okay.
and hopefully we'll spark some, fascinating thoughts along the way.
Some interesting thoughts. I like it.
Yeah.
So let's start with something that's been trending on X lately.
Okay.
Ethical AI frameworks.
All right.
Remember that quote by Dr. Helen Park
I do.
about AI reflecting our best values?
Yeah, it got people talking, that's for sure.
It really did.
Yeah,
It seemed like everyone was talking about it.
for sure, for sure.
So what about Dr. Park's statement?
Well, I think it really highlights a crucial aspect of, AI development.
Okay.
Instead of just focusing on what AI can do,
Right.
we need to think about what it should do.
Okay.
It raises the question of how do we make sure that these AI systems
Right.
are designed and deployed in a way that aligns with human values,
Okay.
promotes fairness and transparency and accountability.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like building a house.
Yeah.
You don't just focus on the structure, right? You
Yeah.
got to think about all the other things
Right.
like the plumbing, the electrical wiring, safety features, to make sure it's functional and safe.
Right, exactly. And just like with a house,
Yeah.
we have to consider the ethical foundations
Right.
to make sure it serves humanity in a positive and responsible way.
Okay, so how do we actually go about building these ethical frameworks for AI?
Yeah.
I mean, it can't be easy,
No, it's not.
especially considering all the different perspectives and values that exist globally.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's a very complex challenge.
Yeah.
And tech entrepreneur Leo Silva,
Bye.
he pointed out the potential for cultural clashes,
Oh, interesting.
when trying to implement universal ethical guidelines.
Yeah.
Because what's considered ethical in one culture
Mm-hmm.
might not be viewed the same way in another.
That's a really important point.
Yeah.
It's like trying to create one set of traffic rules
Right.
for the whole world
Good raggy.
when some countries drive on the left and others on the right.
Exactly.
So how do we find that common ground and make sure that AI development respects all these diverse values?
What's a question that requires open dialogue, collaboration, and a willingness to learn from different perspectives?
I like that.
And, the AI ethics hashtag on X
Yeah.
has become kind of a hub for those types of conversations
Interesting.
where people from all over the world are sharing their thoughts and concerns.
That's good to hear.
Yeah,
It's encouraging to see so much discussion happening around this.
it is.
Shows that people are recognizing how important these ethical considerations are
For
in
sure.
AI development.
Absolutely. Now, shifting gears to another hot topic.
Okay.
Let's talk about AI and how it might impact employment.
Okay.
You remember that story about the factory
Yeah,
that went fully automated?
I do. Yeah, it sparked a lot of anxiety
It did.
about AI taking over jobs.
Yeah, and that fear is understandable,
Right.
especially when we hear stories like that.
Yeah.
Union leader Jack Thompson has been vocal about the need to protect workers' rights
Right.
and make sure they aren't left behind
Yeah.
in this whole technological shift. His concern is that AI could exacerbate existing inequalities
Right.
and leave a lot of people without jobs or a stable income.
That's a very valid concern.
It is.
It's like they say, technology giveth
Yeah,
and technology taketh away.
exactly. But on the other hand,
Yeah.
some experts, like economist Dr. Mia Lin,
Okay.
believe that AI could actually free us
Okay.
from those really repetitive, mundane tasks.
Oh, interesting.
And open up opportunities for more creative and fulfilling work.
Okay.
Imagine a world where AI takes care of all the tedious things,
Right.
allowing us to focus on, things that require human ingenuity and innovation.
That sounds like a pretty optimistic view.
It is. But think about it this way.
Okay.
AI could become this powerful tool that lets us work smarter, not harder.
I like that.
Yeah. Instead of replacing us, it could actually augment our abilities
Okay.
and allow us to achieve more than we ever could alone.
Wow.
Right.
That's a really interesting perspective. Yeah, it's fascinating to think about how AI could change the way we work.
Yeah.
It's like we're on the edge of a whole new era
Right.
filled with these incredible opportunities, but also challenges, right?
Exactly. And like any new frontier, I think we need to be cautious,
Yeah,
and carefully consider the potential risks.
right.
And speaking of risks,
Right.
let's talk about AI safety,
Okay.
which is a topic that sparks a lot of debate.
Right.
Do you remember that incident a while back where an AI system malfunctioned,
Yeah.
caused like a minor disruption?
Yeah, it made headlines everywhere.
It did. It did.
It definitely raised some concerns for me
Yeah.
about how do we make sure these AI systems are safe and reliable,
Right.
especially as they become more, complex and integrated into our lives.
Absolutely. That incident was definitely like a wake-up call for a lot of people,
Yeah.
highlighting the need for,
Wow.
really robust safety protocols and, ongoing research in this field.
Right.
AI safety expert Dr. Alan Green, he really emphasizes the importance of continuous testing and refinement
Okay.
of AI systems.
Got it.
He believes that with these really rigorous safety measures in place,
Right.
we can minimize those risks and build AI systems that are, dependable and secure.
So it's kind of like building a bridge.
Uh-huh.
You want to make sure it can withstand all that weight and pressure
Right.
before you open it up to the public.
Precisely. We need to make sure those AI systems
Right.
are designed with like multiple layers of safety checks and fail-safes
Yeah.
to prevent those unintended consequences.
Makes sense. Not everyone shares Dr. Green's optimism, though, right?
Well, cybersecurity analyst Sarah Vega,
Okay.
she argues that we might be moving too fast
Okay.
without fully understanding the risks of these,
Yeah.
self-learning algorithms.
Okay.
She suggests a more cautious approach.
All right.
And, advocates for a deeper understanding of how these algorithms learn and evolve
Right.
before we deploy them in these critical applications.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
It's like giving someone a really powerful tool, but with no instructions or safety precautions,
Right.
could have some serious unintended consequences.
Absolutely.
So how do we balance this, excitement for these rapid AI advancements
Yeah.
with the need to be careful and consider safety?
It's a tough question. It's a delicate balancing act for sure.
Yeah.
The AI safety discussions on X
Right.
really showcase the whole range of opinions on this.
Yeah.
From, the full speed ahead to the let's be more cautious approach.
So it sounds like finding that right balance is key here.
Yeah, I think so.
They need to be, excited about AI's potential,
Uh-huh.
but also acknowledge those risks and address them.
For sure, for sure.
All right, so let's shift gears to something a little bit more mind-blowing.
I like it.
AI and the possibility of becoming a Type 1 civilization.
Okay.
So a recent think tank paper suggested that AI could help us,
Uh-huh.
manage all the global resources more efficiently,
Right.
potentially paving the way for us to become a Type 1 civilization.
Okay.
So can you explain what that actually means?
Sure. So the Kardashev scale,
Yeah.
developed by Soviet astronomer Nikolai Kardashev,
Okay.
it categorizes civilizations
Yeah.
based on their energy consumption
Okay.
and technological advancement.
Got it.
So a Type 1 civilization
Yeah.
can harness and use all the energy available on its planet.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So we're talking about harnessing the power of the sun, wind, water, everything.
Exactly. And some experts believe that AI could be a key player
Yeah.
in helping us reach that level of energy mastery.
Interesting.
Environmental scientist Dr. Omar Patel,
Uh-huh.
he envisions a future where AI helps us, optimize energy production,
Okay.
minimize waste,
Yeah.
and transition to sustainable energy sources.
Got it.
He sees AI as a partner
Okay.
in creating a more sustainable and equitable world.
That sounds like a future worth striving for.
It does.
But I imagine there are also some concerns
Yeah.
about relying so heavily on AI
Right.
to manage something as important as global resources.
You're absolutely right. Philosopher Dr. Elise Dubois,
Oh, yeah.
she cautions against, blindly trusting AI with
Yeah.
that much power.
Yeah.
She raises these important ethical questions about, control and agency.
Okay.
Will we be handing over too much control to these AI systems?
Right.
Will we become overly reliant and lose our ability to make our own decisions?
Interesting.
These are crucial questions we need to grapple with
Yeah.
as we explore this potential.
I mean, her concerns are valid, right?
Yeah.
It's like the classic sci-fi trope
Right.
of AI becoming too powerful and taking control.
Exactly.
Like all those movies where robots rule the world.
Precisely. And while that might seem far-fetched,
Right.
it does highlight the importance of considering the ethical implications
Okay.
and the potential downsides of relying too heavily on AI.
Got it.
We need to make sure AI is a tool that empowers humanity, not one that dictates our choices or diminishes our agency.
So we have these two contrasting visions of AI, right?
Yeah.
One where it helps us reach this amazing sustainable future
Yeah.
as a type 1 civilization,
Mm-hmm.
and another where it could become too powerful
Right.
and pose risks to our autonomy.
It's a lot to consider.
It is a lot to consider.
And it's important to remember that these aren't just abstract discussions.
Yeah.
These are real-world issues that are shaping our present
Right.
and will have a huge impact on our future.
The type 1 civilization hashtag on X is buzzing right now.
Oh, yeah.
With all this speculation and debate about what role AI might play.
And it's a conversation worth having.
Yeah.
We need to engage with these questions,
Right.
explore different perspectives,
Yeah.
and think about the long-term implications of the choices we make today.
About AI development.
Exactly, because ultimately the future of AI is in our hands.
Yeah, it's exciting and a little bit daunting
Yeah.
to think that we're at this kind of crossroads.
It is, and it just underscores how important it is
Yeah.
to stay informed,
Uh-huh.
ask tough questions,
Yeah.
and participate in these crucial conversations.
I agree. Yeah, it really feels like a turning point. You
Yeah.
know? Like we're at this pivotal moment in history where AI is changing so rapidly.
Right.
The choices that we make now
Yeah.
are going to have these, lasting consequences for generations to come.
Absolutely. It's a time of great promise,
Yeah.
but also potential risks.
Right.
We have this opportunity to use AI for good,
Yeah.
but we have to be mindful of those risks and work to prevent them.
It's like holding this powerful new tool,
Uh-huh.
and we're trying to figure out
Right.
how to use it, responsibly and ethically.
Exactly. And that responsibility doesn't just fall on the AI developers
Yeah.
or the policymakers. It's
Yeah.
on all of us.
Yeah.
We all have a role to play in this.
So we've covered a lot in this deep dive.
We have.
We talked about the ethical considerations of AI,
Mhm.
the potential impact on jobs,
Right.
the importance of safety,
Yep.
and even the mind-blowing possibility of reaching type 1 status
I know. Right.
with the help of AI.
Crazy.
And we've heard from all these different experts
We have.
with so many valuable insights and different perspectives on these issues.
For sure.
So before we go, I want to leave our listeners with a thought-provoking question.
Okay.
What role do you want AI to play in our future?
Yeah. What do you envision?
Yeah.
Do you see a future where AI helps us solve some of our biggest problems?
Yeah.
Or are you more concerned about the potential downsides
Uh-huh.
and the ethical implications?
So whatever your perspective is,
Yeah,
we want to hear from you.
definitely.
Use the hashtag AI debates.
Yes.
Share your thoughts with us.
Let's keep this conversation going.
We're eager to hear from you.
Yes.
And be sure to join us next time
Okay.
for another deep dive into AI.
Hmm.
We'll be exploring AI and creativity, how AI is being used in art, music, and storytelling.
Very cool.
So it's going to be a really interesting episode.
It sounds like it.
We'll see you then.